welcome to Lost Girl Therapy. This is week 8 writing recap. Okay, so I submitted a scene or 2 scenes that are mainly about Mia being sick. So she breaks a psychic rule, she gets sick. She also kind of like gets mono on top of it. And she doesn't know what caused what. Like, is she sick because she had mono and then she broke a psychic rule, or did she break a psychic rule and that's made her sick? And she's basically not recovering. And Drew is kind of like the knight in shining armor who swoops in and he's like, I'm here, I'm gonna take care of you. So they kind of form this relationship. But the feedback from the class, which is very real and I agree with, is how could they have formed a relationship if they had only gone out like twice and then Mia gets sick? Like, there's not really any structure to the relationship where it would be like, yeah, we're definitely going to commit to this, especially with him being interested in somebody who is having difficulty like getting healthier. Now, I wrote it based on my experience with chronic illness, and I was hesitant to write about like too much of the anger side because I still want her to be a likable character. But the feedback was basically like, you need to lean into the anger and really like play up the dismal nature of this. And that's going to end up being, I think, a third of the book. My concern is like, would a reader want to read a third of a book where this girl is just like in the depths? And I'm thinking about the sequel from To Me Before You, where like the whole first few chapters, she's just like, obviously sad about his passing, but the rest of the book doesn't really like start until you're a few chapters in. And I'm thinking of myself as a reader, and maybe that's not the best play, but I'm just wondering how much negativity someone can read about coming off of a love story. So the whole first half of the book is basically like her meeting this dream guy, they're in love, yay, everything's great. And then hard switch to like, everything is bad, her life's in shambles, what the hell are we doing? The third part of the book is going to be her figuring out who she is, where she wants to go, etc., visualizing this house, and then realizing that Drew is the one who owns the house and they're going to rekindle their love. So how much can a reader tolerate, and how unlikable can I make her in order for people to be sympathetic to her and have her have redeemable qualities? All questions raised, all questions that I now have to answer. And there's going to be a lot of rewriting. So any of the pages that you have read on Wattpad, I am going to update probably the last like 2 or 3 chapters. So just keep that in mind. But the first few chapters are all good to go if you want to read them.